those of you who've come to know us over the years at the O'Shea Net Lease Advisory have on occasion been with us at the various net lease conferences, whether they're in New York or Los Angeles or Chicago, and we have been viewed as a kind of a market knowledge based service firm. And so we essentially have to know what we're talking about. We've been doing research on the 1031 provisions for about 3.5 years. And as the subject is now finally on the review of tax reform, I think it's worth acknowledging that it's going to have a different impact on different people in the real estate community. If you are a QI or a title company, there's no question that's going to impact the deal flow. If you're a transaction-oriented broker, much like our own firm, it's going to absolutely change the deal flow and the pipeline of transactions, simply because the imperative to avoid taxes and to defer taxes is not going to be there on an ongoing basis. But if you're an investor, the repeal of 1031 may not be as bad as everyone has been suggesting, simply because if you're able to fully expense this acquisition in year one, which is one of the proposals, that could counterbalance the lack of a deferral. So we think that as they're going to be doing a series of trade-off negotiations here in the next 65 or 75 days, maintaining the interest deduction we think is going to be critical. There's a strong imperative to redo the corporate taxes, and the three proposals that I mentioned in our last blog, it's going to land up somewhere between 20 and 15% corporate tax, and also some review of the repatriation, all of which, each of these elements are really important in terms of the overall impact on revenues. Currently, the proposals are using dynamic scoring, which is something that risks a voodoo economics characterization. But fundamentally, each of these component pieces, whether it's the border adjustment tax, which we think is out of the, not going to be considered, the repatriation, maintaining the interest deduction, allowing full expensing, and then the possible review and repeal of 1031, all of these have their own role in the Ways and Means Committee's activities. We monitor this closely. Don't hesitate to call us to review this as it relates to your particular real estate assets. Thanks very much.